guess those cafe standards aren't going to be around much longer, huh? Oh, God. The smell of diesel and V8 engines. Yeah.
For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Today, I talked a little bit about this after the decision first came out, but now legal experts have gone over the data, and well, let's roll this clip.
Accordingly, in the court now overturning this today essentially takes that power away from the regulators, which means much more of this is going to have to be litigated in court and ultimately decided by the court rather than the agencies themselves. So think about things that the EPA has put out, for example, including auto emissions standards, for example. That could.
Now, if you're like me, that is music to your ears. So I saw this also. I know OC Motivator did a video about this, maybe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, on how the EPA literally has no teeth now. I talked about this like a week ago, right? And it wasn't going to be just the EPA. The Chevron decision widely affects everything in the government. So now, I give you an example. The SEC, for example, if you're a trader like myself, if you do stock trades and stuff, or offer investments, blah, 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 whatever. They can't just use in-house administrative law judges to execute decisions, fines, penalties, stuff like that against companies or individuals anymore. They would literally have to take it to a federal court, and you have to have the ability to have a jury trial. What does that mean for cafe standards? Well, if a manufacturer says, F that, we're going to build whatever the hell we want, and we don't accept your however many millions or billions of dollars of fines for not meeting your cafe standards, and you can kiss my ass. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen way before you think. I know a lot of people think that it's going to be years down the road before somebody challenges the cafe standards, but it's going to happen ASAP. I'm going to tell you why. It is, do you know how much money General Motors and Ford, F Stellantis, but General Motors and Ford save by not having to do the cafe standards? They don't have to get into all of this hybrid crap on some of their bigger trucks. They don't have to put these twin turbo, high output inline sixes in vehicles that should definitely have a V8 or at least a V10 in them, some of these big ass trucks, right? It's cheaper for them to put in a proven technology like Toyota had with their V8 than put in something new, which is not forced induction engines. Just quick science lesson. All right, quick engine lesson if you want to know. A naturally aspirated engine over time with the proper maintenance most times is going to last longer than a forced induction engine. That means supercharger, turbo, whatever. The forced induction engines, not saying that they're bad. You could still get 200,000 miles out of a turboed engine. It's possible, but you're much more likely to be trouble-free, less maintenance on a regular, naturally aspirated engine than anything else. And Toyota is a prime example of that with what they have with their Tundras and their V8s. Did they get great gas mileage? Hell no. They were horrible. What was it, 17 miles to the gallon, 18 miles to the gallon? Like, they weren't great. But people were putting 1 million miles on them suckers, 400,000 miles on them. Like, I mean, another example, the Ford, the 4.6 liter V8. Cabs, limo companies, 400,000 miles on a gasoline engine. Diesel, yeah, you expect that. Gas, hell no. Why? Because they were simple. They weren't complicated engines. And what we're seeing now with all of these computers and then you have to have all these special thermostats and you need the engine to run hotter than older engines would have ran, right? Because you want it to burn at maximum efficiency and all this crap is causing nothing but problems. So the CAFE standards are dead. And I don't care. If you're a super duper environmentalist or whatever, go strap yourself to a tree. I don't care. But I am happy to see it, and I can't wait for the first one to go, nah, we're not following this bullshit anymore. Probably will be Ford first, which will be a shock to me. If Carlos Tavares got his head out of his ass, he probably could do it too and start putting Hemis back and stuff and make his company profitable again. But I think it's going to be Ford probably first, then Chevy. Ford, then GM is probably how it's going to go. And I'm happy for it. And I know you're going to say, well, the planet, TK. Oh, my God. The planet. Listen, I don't know if you know how science works, right? But trees, plants, they like carbon dioxide. They love it. You know what they give us in return? Oxygen. And I know scientists say that global warming, listen, scientists also said that I could take a shot a couple years ago and I wouldn't get sick. And that was a lie. So it depends on which way your scientists lean politically. Sorry. Scientists aren't just scientists anymore. They don't just go by data. And for me, data is important. And I can tell you this, any change that humans interact with on the planet is not enough to cause what they would consider global warming. I'll give you an example. They said the glaciers and stuff, and is it Glacier Park? Yeah, would be gone by 2020, right? The Park Service is out there now taking those signs down, the stuff about it, quietly removing that because it's 2024, and guess what's still there? Or how about back in the 90s, they were like, by 2012, it's going to be all over. The world will end. That was 12 years ago. And this happens, they just keep changing the date. They keep pushing it farther and farther. And they're going to continue to do that till the end of time. So I don't care. All right? I just don't give a shit. But for me personally, it's about economics. And if you want to see the economy roaring and booming and going nuts again, and you want to see scat packs under 40 grand and RTs at 25,000, it could happen. It could. I think it's more going to be Mustangs and, F-150s and Broncos and all kinds of other stuff with V8s in it. But I think Ford's going to do it. I think, like I said, the CAFE standards are a wrap. You can box that up and get it up out of here. It's done. Finished. And it's the same thing for SEC fines. It's the same thing for extrajudicial procedure for the IRS. Every single, the ATF. And TK, that means more people are going to get guns. Good. Good. You're going to figure out where I'm at. Good. Look, anything that is set up, if you live in this country and you believe in the United States Constitution, anything that goes against that Constitution and you're down for that, you're not for this country. Period. Sorry. And that Constitution is absolute. Nothing overrides it. Period. Nothing. So there's my 2 cents for the day. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. I think it's hilarious to me watching the federal government now having to furlough agents. Like the EPA, I did a story on that. They're furloughing bums. You're going to see the SEC have to let go of all those judges, those fake judges. You're going to see the ATF not be able to do what they're doing. This makes my friggin' day, man. I'm sorry. I know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And hey, if you want to watch me do a DEF delete on a diesel truck, smash that thumbs up button because EPA can't come buck with me anymore. I love it. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.